collective, and welcome to my channel, NUBODI. I am Latriviette, and I will be doing a general reading for the collective audience today. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you are a returning subscriber of mine, welcome back, and thank you for your support. Don't forget to hit the like button, though. It does help out the channel. So before we get started, just want to remind folks to take what resonates. If it don't apply, let it fly. Not everything in the reading will apply to you. Use your discernment. Take responsibility for your own health and well-being, people. All right, so I'm going to ring my singing bowl now, clear the energy, raise my vibration so that maybe we'll get a clear and accurate message for you and for me. Here we go. All right, now, happy Tuesday. Tuesday, right? Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. Let's get into it. So I did a quick overall energy pull to see what's going on from my Shadow and Light Oracle deck. Two cards that came out is Strangely Lonely and Grumpy Red Fairy. Grumpy Red Fairy is in the reverse. All right. So Strangely Lonely talks about holding on way too tight. Someone's lonely, someone's missing you. Not so much missing you as they are lonely, okay? But they're holding on extremely tight to your energy. Grumpy Red Fairy talks about be your own true self, and it's in the reverse. So let's get into this, right? When I saw Strangely Lonely, the energy that I got was someone holding on tight. But that's not entirely what the card talks about. Talks about fearing people intruding on your space, on your energy, and that's what I kind of get, is that someone's uh, trying to push their energy into yours or push into your energy. You could be in hermit mode right now. You could be distancing yourself from people, places, and things, just to be in your own peace. It says the truth is your inner world is richer than most, and it's imaginative paradise or hell, depending on your mind state. So, I feel like you have found this paradise within yourself and this peace. And it's card number 17. 17 reduces to 8. 8 is about manifestation. You manifested this peace amidst the chaos. Somebody wants in on that. So you have 8 in the upright and you have 8 in the reverse. Grumpy Red Fairy is the 8 in the reverse. And it talks about someone not being true to themselves. It says, to some people in this world, sadly, but oh so truly, it is about fitting in. Okay, so they're not being their authentic self. It's all about playing by the rules. Someone, I think yesterday I talked about, or maybe one of the readings, go check them out, hit the like button. In one of my readings, I talked about how when you're younger, adults project or impose their views and their beliefs. And they may or may not even be true, but that's what they were taught and that's what their parents were taught or their family or whatever. And so they keep passing it down. And then here you come with questions and being inquisitive and like, well, what does that mean? And how does that do? And they don't have the answers. So rather than helping you find the answers, they'll tell you, don't question that. Don't ask questions. So this it says, because you put so many restrictions on, says people playing by their rules put restrictions on themselves, and then they get disappointed when others don't play by that rule. Someone like yourself who's free. free to express themselves in an exciting and dynamic and creative ways. So this is in the reverse because someone who's really trying to push their views and beliefs onto you and into your energy, because that's what I don't even get the energy that they even believe what they're trying to impose on you. So let's get into this because this is crazy. So somebody's grumpy because you don't believe what they believe, or they can't impose their beliefs on you. That is it. So what are we using today? Let's use Kev Tarot. Holy Spirit, what do we need to know about this energy? Who's holding on way too tight to the collective? Please and thank you. Who's holding on way too tight to the collective? Please and thank you. They're holding on too tight because you are on your pathway. You're in alignment. You have that glow, and that glow is usually a glow of ascension, a glow of leveling up. So someone who's holding on too tight, even what's crazy is that even though you have this glow, they see you leveling up, they see you ascending, they're holding on to their beliefs. Bliss. Somebody might be in love with you, collective. Somebody might be in love with you just because you are this, I don't want to say stubborn. I feel like stubborn is someone who, you know, one, yes, you won't change your mind, or it's hard for you to change your mind, but it's something that you believe in. And I think despite the fact that you have differences in beliefs, they like that about you. Someone's trying to travel to you, but they cannot. Someone who is got the hots for you wants to travel to you, but they cannot. Endings in the reverse. Someone wants to travel to you because they see you have some beginnings, but they're unable to travel to you. They may have health concerns. Who is this, Holy Spirit? Please and thank you. So you have health concern in the reverse. They're not concerned about their own health concern. They're just trying to, you have concern in the reverse. So they're just trying to get to you. They have the hots for you. Bliss talks about, you know, liking someone, being happy. Or they see that you're happy and that you're on your pathway and they want to travel to you, but they see you have new beginnings. But they have a health concern. They have a health concern that they're not concerned about. That's crazy. Crazy. Holy Spirit, who is this? Who are we talking about that has a health concern? Please and thank you. Someone I think is enamored by the fact that you walk to the beat of your own drum, even though it's different than what they're used to, or how they were raised, or how they live. An avenger. So avenger is someone who desires to balance the scales of justice. So someone with a health concern wants to make things right. Alchemist in the reverse. Alchemist in the shadow attributes talks about misuse of power and knowledge that come through spiritual practice. So they were doing some things. They could have used the spiritual practice to try to, get you to believe what they believe, get you to do what they do. Child nature. So someone who could like animals, communicate with the nature spirits. Child wounded. It says awakens compassion and desire to serve others, opens the learning of forgiveness, the path to forgiveness. So this doesn't sound like a terribly bad person, but you know, you have just opposing views and beliefs. Rebel challenges authority to effect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner goods, inner needs. So this is a rebel. Masculine or feminine, take it as it resonates. Just because this person has a health concern, it's not really out here yet what type of health concern it is, but they're not too concerned about it. They see that you have new beginnings and that you're on your path and that you are, what's the word? I can't think of the word. Steadfast. You're still moving forward. I think they like, what they like about you is that you're not letting people change your views of how you think of the world and what you feel and believe. Holy Spirit, what do we need to know about this situation here, please and thank you? A health issue could be high blood pressure. It could be diabetes. Doesn't necessarily have to be something major like an incurable. But any health concern should be a concern. Never ending story. So whoever this is for you, collective, they feel like this story wasn't going to end. So this could be someone in your path. It could be past lover, past friend, past coworker, past family member, somebody you don't talk to. But they thought that your relationship with them wouldn't end. But it's card number 37. 37 reduces to 10. 10 is about completion, the ultimate endings. Someone could be born 1973. Building blocks. Maybe they thought that you and this person was building something. Family, relationship, business, partnership. It's card number 28, though. 28 reduces to 10. Whatever was building, that's 10-10. It has ended, and you have new beginnings. Ones and zeros. New beginnings, zeros. Endings. Endings, beginnings. Why? They want to know why. Maybe why something has completed or did not complete. Whatever they were trying to do did not complete. But the cycle has completed. And they want to know why. Like why you're moving on, why you're in this blissful energy, this happy-go-lucky energy, how you're still on your path. They have questions. It's card number 31. 31 reduces to 4. 4 is about structure and stability. They want to know why you're still able to build after doing some things, trying to create endings for you. It's crazy that someone who could send conflict, chaos, and challenges your way be enamored by you, be in love with you, want to be with you, and think that you would want to be with them. They're asking these questions. Happy. They're wondering why they are not happy. And how come they can't make you unhappy? It's card number 26. 26 reduces to 8. 8 is about manifestation. They're trying to manifest an unhappy life within you. And it's not happening. They want to know why. They want to know why your structure and stability, however that looks for you, you're still happy. So you could be homeless, you could be couch hopping, you could be unemployed at the moment, but you're still like, all right, I'm gonna keep it moving, I'm gonna keep it pushing. They want to know why. You don't have the same beliefs. And I can't remember if it was today or yesterday that they were talking about, I think it was Afro Zen today, talking about the lifestyle of the karmics that she was picking up on the energy. And this person, yeah, that was today. So she was talking about how someone's house burned down, and they really weren't concerned about their health and well-being. They were concerned about all their crap that got burned down, and not having a place to stay, which, yeah, rightfully so, you don't have a place to stay, but that's not the mindset that she was picking up on. She was picking up on, all my stuff. All my stuff is burnt. You can get new stuff. Are you okay? Are your family okay? Kids okay? And so, yeah, this person is looking at, how could you be happy if you're homeless, or how can you be happy if you don't have the latest and greatest, or how can you be happy, if you riding around in a hoopty. Your hoopty gets you from place point A to B and back to A safely. What more did you need? So yes, you would like a newer car and uh a stable home environment and things like that, but you got to make it do what you have, what you're with. This person's not protected. Okay, so now we're getting into not only the health concern of it all, but the spiritual aspect of it all. So they should be concerned, and they should be unhappy. They're not protected by the Most High, and I feel like this person or this energy knows that they're not protected by the Most High, but they also don't believe in the Most High. So if you are not protected by the Most High, what is interesting? Most High in the higher power in the reverse falls upon concern in the reverse. So they're not concerned about that part. Interesting. Interesting. Or maybe they just gave up. Gave up on life, understanding that they're in a place right now, mentally, emotionally, could be physically, where they are stuck. Been picking up on that energy of the karmics being stuck with people, places, and things that they can't unstuck themselves from. Unstuck, is that a word? I don't think it is. I think I just made it up. Unstuck. Holy Spirit, what else do we need to know? Yep, see, look at that. Stuck. Can't even get my cards together. Holy Spirit, what do we need to know about this situation as it relates to the collective, please and thank you? Yeah, they want to build with you now that things have gone awry, and that you have moved on, and that you found peace in whatever situation that you are in, good, bad, or indifferent. Wisdom's in the reverse. Wisdom, I believe, is the Hierophant card in traditional tarot. It is. It's also Taurus, so it could be a karmic Taurus. Wisdom is in the reverse. Wisdom in the reverse falls upon never-ending story. They thought this scenario with you, or this situation, entanglement, will go on forever, because they didn't have enough wisdom or knowledge about you to know that it wasn't going to go on forever. It's card number 5. 5 is about change. They want that part to change. They want whatever they were doing before you were awakened to what they were doing. They want that to continue. So the breadcrumbing, the gaslighting, the lies, the manipulation, they want that to continue. They don't have the wisdom. Hierophant is about could be higher learning, institutions, higher educational institutions. It could be about uh, religion. As a person, this could be a holy person, spiritual person, but it's in the reverse. And you did have here alchemist in the reverse, misuse of the power and knowledge that comes through spiritual practices. Boom. So this is someone who could be a dark spiritualist who is trying to build something with you, but not in the positive sense. Triumph and success. What you're building is going to be successful. It's card number 1. New beginnings falls upon building blocks. It's also I feel like the magician card. I feel like that's correct. Magician card. Let me just make sure. Magician card in traditional tarots. I am not correct. Ah! This is blue energy. So this is water energy. Could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Or indigo. So it's indigo. That is not indigo. But anyways, this is about mental. That's air. Air's swords. Truth. It is the truth. You will be successful in whatever it is that you're building because of your beliefs, because you stay true to who you are. That's why you will be successful. They didn't have that information, or they didn't have that knowledge about you. Discontent and boredom. You are not. It's in the reverse. It's card number 4. 4 is about structure and stability. It's in the reverse. Like I said, you're content with your life despite what you have going on. Does that mean you want better for yourself? Absolutely. Everybody wants better for themselves, but you know where you're at, your current reality is not going to be forever. It will change and it will get better. And so, you're like, okay, you do what it do. I remember one of the many times I was unemployed. There was a movie theater. It was an old movie theater. No, I lied. The movie theater wasn't old, but the movies that they showed were old. And so the movies were $2. So I used to take my child and go to the movies, and we'd watch, old movies, but these were movies that we hadn't seen anyway. So to us, they were new. And we had a good old time. I would take my big old tote bag, go to the dollar store and get us candy and popcorn and drinks and put them in the tote bag, and we'd go to the movies and sit there and watch movies all day. That one finished, we go to the next one. So it's just little things like that. So we didn't have by we I mean me, didn't have the funds to go to the $10 movie at regular times with the $20 popcorn and the $30 soda, that kind of thing. So but we still were able to have entertainment. So people, and by people, whoever this energy is connected to, they're not looking at those things. They're looking at, you're riding a hoopty, you're not riding the latest and greatest. Whereas you're looking at like, oh, I got to get in my ride and we're about to go here, there, and there. You still can get to those places. So again, the beliefs and values are different, and you're content with that. And because that, you are grateful for what you have while striving to do better and get better. They don't look at it that way. You made some sacrifices. Um, in your life. Sacrifice is the hangman in traditional tarot. So you may have to pause some things. Sacrifice. Hangman is about pausing. Pump the brakes for a minute, reflect upon what's going on, make some adjustments, and then move accordingly. So you had to do those things. You're like, okay, we can't go to the big movies right now and see the latest that just came out. We can go to the little movies, and see something that, you know, they came out a few years back, but so you had to make some sacrifices. You may not have been able to have a 3-bedroom or a 5-bedroom or whatever, but you settled for the 1 bedroom and you may do what to do. Sacrifices. You're not bored and content or discontent with your life. So it's card number 12. 12 reduces to 3. 3 is about growth and mastery. It takes a lot of experience, lessons, learning to get to that point. We live in a world where the internet, or people on the internet, like, oh yeah, I got this and I got that, and I'm in a lot of Facebook groups, and a lot of the people in the Facebook groups. Let me show you how to make 12,000 a month. Come on, let's be realistic. If that's what you were doing, would you be on the internet? Just things like that. And it may be that's what they're doing and that's what they get, but for others, it's not that reality. It's not realistic. So, and people on the internet, showing the things that they have to people who don't have them, and some of them are fake, some of them are real, but it gives a maybe disillusion about life. Anywho, moving on. Power. This person's losing power or lost power. Wow. Power in the reverse falls upon higher power in the reverse. Not only are they not protected, but they themselves are losing power. This is Leo energy, strength card. So this illness, this health concern, they're losing power, they're losing strength. Try to sacrifice you because they were discontent and bored with their life. They wanted to level up. Could be Leo energy, or someone could be a Leo. It's card number 8. Leo is August. Virgo. This person is losing power, losing strength, losing energy. They try to take your power. They try to sacrifice you. Try to take your power, but that was blocked. Yeah, they're in trouble. They are in trouble. Holy Spirit, what else do we need to know about the situation as it pertains to the collective? Please and thank you. So we have first breath, beginner's mind. It's in the reverse. We have lost in space, needing direction. So first breath, beginner's mind. In the reverse, falls upon wisdom. In the reverse, this person thought that they knew, either they thought they knew you first off. They thought they knew everything about you to take you down, to sacrifice you, to uh, just destroy you. And they did it. Card number 21. 21 reduces to 3. 3 is about groups. So there's a group of people who had this mentality or this thought to take you down and destroy you. They thought that they could get you lost in space. And by that, you look at your mind, your mindset. But it was blocked because you were guided. You were guided by your angelic team. Even if you weren't aware what was going on, or you weren't conscious of what was going on, your team had your back because you weren't lost and you didn't need direction. Card number 36. 36 reduces to 9. 9 is about things coming to fruition. Like I said, they try to get you lost in space, lost in your head, because space is air energy, thoughts, communication. That's swords energy, which is, I won't even say coincidence, because lost in space, air energy, falls upon triumphant success, which is air energy. Swords, Ace of Swords. But they couldn't do that because they didn't know, one, enough about you. Two, they didn't know the pertinent information about you or have the wisdom to destroy you, to take you down, to crash you out, to have you lost in your mind so that you crash yourself out. Things coming to fruition. It's in reverse. Fool's Embrace. Fool's Embrace is in the reverse. Talks about transmuting pain. So they don't know how to channel their energy, discontent, and boredom. They're not happy with their lives because they don't know how to do that. They don't know how to transmute pain. It's in the reverse. They try to have you all. This is my depression card. This is my depression card because all of that blue, that's a heavy, heavy, deep blue, depressive energy. If you look at the colors and what they mean, especially in feng shui, blue is a very dark, depressive color. This dark blue, just dark blue now, not all blue, because the light blues are very good, tranquil and serene. 22 is about balance. It's in the reverse. They are emotionally imbalanced. This is water energy. So this could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, who does not know how to transmute the energy, transmute pain. They're unbalanced. Where they try to have you lost in space, lost in your mind, mentally and emotionally, that's where they are right now. Unbalanced. Unbalanced, imbalanced. I always get that wrong. I'm going to have to look that up. What else, Holy Spirit? What else do we need to know about this before we wrap this up? Overwhelmed and plenty. Overflow. They try to have you overwhelmed. Again, this is all emotional stuff, because if they can get into your mind and have you all jacked up, then they have you. And they didn't. Overwhelmed and plenty. It's also overflow is about abundance, prosperity, blessings. It's in the reverse. That's what they were trying to get, and that's what they did not get. It's 43. 43 breaks down to 7. Introspection and reflection. Reflection and introspection. They didn't go within. They don't know how to go within. They don't know how to go within, not in the capacity that you or I or anyone in the collective knows how to do. But they tried to mess that up for you so that you wouldn't go within, so that you wouldn't connect with your team, so that you wouldn't know how to navigate out of this, through this, around this. They wanted you overwhelmed, and it did not work. If you recognize that energy, you're like, okay, I'm feeling, overloaded. What's going on? You knew how to transmute that energy, whether you knew consciously or not, and you did it. You're like, okay, I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed. I'm feeling a little, what do I need to do? Okay. And then you did it. Whether you said that out loud, whether you thought it, or whether you just guided to do that, you did. Possibility for union. That's a negative. They ever want to get into a union with you ever again? Ever, ever, ever? That's a negative. That's a negative, Chase. Sky Bridge. This always looks like fire. Matter of fact, I feel like it's fire. They burnt that bridge. They burnt that bridge to a crisp. They burnt that bridge to sawdust. It cannot be rebuilt again. For a lot of you, they did some heinous and wicked things. Bridge can't be built again. Can't even cross the bridge. Can't even get to the bridge. There is no bridge. For a lot of you, they said some things about you that were so heinous and wicked to have people distance themselves from you, to have friends, family, co-workers, lovers just not want to deal with you based on what other people said about you. Yeah. And it wasn't true. Yeah. So now they're going through some endings right now. They have some health concerns. Let's get some tea, because I know there's some tea out there. Do I want to use this one? Holy Spirit, what's the tea? What do we need to know? I don't necessarily have male or female on this board, so take it as it resonates in your story. So they have a threesome going on. So they got third party situation going on. And just keep in mind, and this is not for everyone, and this is not about everyone, but a third party situation could be someone who was just so into their job that that's all they focused on. They didn't really focus on their family. They didn't focus on their relationships. Okay. For some people, third party situation could be their family. Their family was all in their business, and my auntie said this, and my mama said that, and my uncle said this, and that was that third party, right? They weren't necessarily cheating on you so much as that they focused on what their family had to say. For others, there was actually a third party going on. So take it as it resonates in your story as to, and for others of you, it was all of the above. It was all of the above. It was, family in their business. It was, job taking them here and there doing this, or maybe they had, 6, 7 jobs or whatever that they were doing. And in addition to some side people going on. So they really didn't have time for you and should not have been in a relationship with you. Scorpio. Got the Scorpio, so Scorpio could be involved. Scorpio could have third party situation. You could have been third party situation and didn't even know you was third party situation. Triumph. I'm telling you, you're going to win over all of this. You're going to win over all of this. You're going to win over that Scorpio who's having a third party situation, or put you in a third party situation. You're going to triumph out of that. Why? Because their math was not mathing. The math was not mathing. So stuff wasn't adding up, and you figured it out. And, they tried to have you all in your head with the gaslighting and the breadcrumbing, but you figured it out. And they're wondering why and how, which that part is not important. The important part is that you figured out and you know what's going on. Because you're an earth angel. Yes, you are. And that's why you figured it out. because you have that connection to the angelic realm, and your angelic team was like, yo, there's something going on down there. You need to pay attention. You see what's going on? We see what's going on. And they let you know what's going on. That's what they did. This could have been weeks ago, or this could be weeks coming. Something could be happening. Something could be popping off in the weeks to come, or something popped off in the weeks that passed. So this person is a drama king or a drama queen. Take it as it resonates in your story. But all they do is create drama. What's the word? Insert themselves in drama. They just drama. And that's not your style. That's not, the energy that you surround yourself with. So again, opposing views and beliefs and values. That's why this, aside from the fact that y'all not on the same vibrational level, that's why this didn't work out. Shots, screenshots. They want evidence and proof and receipts of what you're doing, who you're doing, how you're doing. They're trying to get some evidence that, you're not a good person. They're shocked and caught off guard. Maybe somebody has receipts and evidence of them and what they're doing in this third-party situation they have going on. Yeah, you got a windfall coming. You got some luck. That pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, that is yours and yours alone. All right. I don't know what kind of time we have left, but I'm about to wrap this up. There could be a Libra involved. You could be a Libra. Ooh. So somebody's in spiritual court. We did have Most High or higher power in reverse. We did have power in reverse. So someone could have been stripped of their gifts. And that could also cause physical ailments. This could have happened last summer, or it might be happening this summer. That somebody will find themselves in spiritual court. Because you're receiving good karma. All right. Good karma falls upon windfall. All right. All right. Where are we? I don't even know where I guess. So let's use closing message. Holy Spirit, what's a closing message for the collective, please and thank you? Closing message for the collective. Blinders, victim mentality, confusion, tunnel vision. So they try to have you confused about your beliefs, about your journey, about your pathway. It's card number 8, manifestation. It's also Libra energy. But it also says hyper focus, concentration. So you can be, you can have blinders on as to you're just on your path and that's where you are and nothing else matters. Telephone talks about communication, conversation, getting through. Somebody wants to reach out to you. So someone could want to reach out to you about I was going to say what you're working on. So that could be it. It's card number 2. So that's partnership. That could be a new partnership, or that could be an old partner trying to reach out to you. It's Cancer energy. So a Cancer could be trying to reach out to you. Dice. Take a gamble. Risk. Uncertain outcome. So someone could reach out to you about taking a risk on something. Use your discernment. It's card number 2, again, partnerships, unions. Someone could want you to take a risk on them, meaning, confirmation, meaning being in a relationship with them. Sagittarius energy. This could happen in summertime. So summertime is crap. That's Cancer, Leo, and Virgo energy, or within the next 3 to 6 months. Changing. So that this time, situations in a flux. Anything can happen. Confirmation. All right. Crap. All right. Let's get this angel message. I got to go. Somebody at the door. Angel number 716. Angel number 716. Soul champions. Important connections are building. What did I say? Somebody want to come in, right? The people you meet are special to your journey. Welcome them into your heart space. Your angels want you to make new bonds so that you can lend your mutual support to one another. Make a plan today with a new friend. So you got some new soul tribe coming in. Hate to rush this, but got somebody at the door. Tap in. Not everyone is for your highest good. You want to make sure you're making those moves and, be mindful, because these people are not for your highest good. And that was confirmation. So that is your message. And I thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video.